Okay, so we are past 7 p.m. So officially welcome to our stream of Nadir, right? If you are here, then you probably know that we launched our Kickstarter campaign for the game, and today we're gonna show you the basics of the game and how you can mod this. So let's get right into this. So in this demo you have access to a team of 3 playable characters called avatars, and you can play around in one of the levels called circles. You have a couple of fights to choose from. Level 1s of course are the simplest ones, and the level 3 are the hardest ones. So you can just play around, see how the difficulty scales. You can level up a little bit in that, but it's very downplayed. We didn't want to work on the we are still working on the progression, basically. We still need to figure out a few things, mostly UI rather than like the mechanics. Okay, so let's jump right into this. We'll pick a pretty easy fight with the Wormhead, as we call him. Okay, so again, right, we have our 3 playable characters standing on the right side, and a single enemy on the left. This is the guy that we'll be fighting with. Each of those individuals bring ability cards to our hand, building our own little deck. If one character dies, we will lose his cards. Right, so this is a very important thing to remember. This number here is the threat counter. This indicates how much time we have before the enemy turn starts, and the cost of the cards will decrease that. So if this drops to 0, the enemy acts, and it will attack, and it will probably hit us pretty hard. So we need to cast as many abilities, deal as much damage, or just try to prolong the turn as long as possible so that we will get as little damage as possible and this guy will die as soon as possible. Okay, so let's take a look at these abilities, right? We have stuff like simple damage or damage with something more fancy, like this card that gives us also the counter. And counter is the ability of a character to attack back when he is attacked as well. We have stuff like taunt, so someone else can block the damage of the monster, and things like adjusting the threat counter. So let's just do like that, this, right, buff, and we have 5 points now. We can do more than we could do just before. Some of the skills can give cards to our hands, and it actually matters on who will play this skill, right? Because we will get the cards only from this particular character, right? So right now I have relatively few attack cards, so I will use this wisdom card on Poet. We should get some more. And yes, we got the shift card, which is pretty interesting. Another thing is that although these cards are brought by these guys, they don't have to be played by these guys only, right? So you can use the Sheaf card by the Virgin. You can see that the values here change, right? Because these guys have different statistics. We'll talk about this a little bit more when we'll go to the modding section, but just keep in mind that this change. So in this demo, the big difference between these 2 guys is that Poet deals less damage but has way higher critical chance value, and the Virgin has a very low, 0 critical chance value, but she has a higher basic damage. So either you go with good damage or you risk higher damage or just lower damage, depending if you want to score the critical hit. So let's play some, and this guy is our support. He has stuff like adding cards to play or other fancy stuff. The enemy telegraphs its attacks. So right now it wants to attack the leader. This icon here shows that, and this arrow pointing at him also. And well, we don't really want that, you know, 9 to 12 damage maybe is not like a crazy amount, but he doesn't have that much when it comes to defense, so I can use this coward card to taunt the enemy on our tank. As you can see, the target changed. Okay, so we still have 2 points, we can deal some damage, so maybe we can do that to give us counter. He will attack us for sure, so we can get some damage and then prepare for it to attack us and counter him with that. If you don't have enough threat points, the card will go black, so you can clearly see what you can and cannot use. And let's use the shift ability with the poet, and let's see if we can actually score the critical hit, and we did. When we have the critical hit, you get this special screen, and the enemy attack back. Version gets some points off her, and then attack back, so the enemy is down to 160 health. So that's basically the loop, right? You play your cards, you see how much threat points you still have, try to balance the damage output with the damage taken, and hope for the best, right? So that's how it goes. Okay, we have like status effects that can increase. These are buffs, right? They can increase our value of basically of anything, right? It depends how you build the cards themselves. Right, so let's say that he's again the target, and he'll use this ability. He will deal little damage, but he's got the critical hit. And it will increase its armor by 5%, so he will not get that much damage. Let's see what else do we have here. And we have a simple attack card. It's always nice to use this. Okay, and again, the enemy has. Oh, and missed. The enemy, all of the characters have accuracy rating and dodge value. These, you know, like the dodge value decreases the accuracy, and this gives us the percentage. At the start in this demo, all of our characters have 100% accuracy, so they always hit, but the enemies don't. You know, there is a small chance that they will miss our characters, and we can even lower this with special cards. Nick Sama says that sounds Slay the Spire vibes and the critical special animations. Yes, Slay the Spire was the basic inspiration for that. We wanted a game that was fast, that was fun, but you know, had a little bit of a twist, and I came up with this idea, right, of this like adjustable action points that are shared between different characters. Okay, right now the enemy wants to attack our poet, and he's our glass cannon in this set, so let's not let him die. Let's see, do we have a taunt? Yes, we have a taunt, so let's do this again. You know, she will tank the damage, while this guy will try to deal some extra damage. And we still have one more, so let's see, do we want to get some critical damage or basic damage? Let's go safe this time. And again. As you can see, the cards get, you know, are getting dealt each round. They are not replaced. Right? This is a big thing, you know. So the stuff that you saved will be here. Each guy has a basic limit of 2 cards, but if you use cards like Share or Wisdom or anything like that, you know, this increases. You know, there is no maximum hand size at the moment. You can have as many as you want. Okay, we have also some status effects, like you saw the counter that attacks back, shielded, it prevents all incoming damage as long as it's in play. Right, so right now he wants to attack Virgin again, so let's give her shielded. And this shielded lasts until it will only counter 1 hit right? So it gets hits once and it just goes away. By the way, all of this stuff that I'm talking about, this is all moddable, right? So you can create your own cards or just adjust the, you know, existing cards. All of the values, stats, basically anything that you see is moddable, can be changed. Vanish is another status effect that prevents a character from being targeted. And since we only have one attack, we can actually use this. It will last a little bit longer, so it will last, I believe, 2 rounds. Yes. So in the next round, the poet cannot be targeted. And let's go with one attack at a time. He debuffed our character. Didn't dealt any damage, but you know, the debuff still was applied. Okay, he's almost done. So let's see what we can do. We have a time speed, that's great. It will increase this threat counter to 5. We can quickly deal some damage, and I saw that we have a wisdom skill. We can use this on poet to get some more attacks. And we did it. You know, that's you get grace. It increases the crit chance. Okay, I still have this. Increases armor. Don't attack him. Yeah, okay, we'll increase his armor. We don't have any cards that could change the aggro to any other character. Okay, let's see. That still won't be enough. We have 2 points and only 1 attack. Okay, let's hope that the next turn is only down to 70 damage, so we should be okay, that was nice. We dodged this attack. Okay, and we have another block, and it won't be enough. Maybe let's use a wisdom. Oh, we have Smash. This is one of the best abilities. Again, it not only deals high damage, but also adds another point down here. But this will be more than enough to finish the job.
Victory!
Victory. And this is Nadir in the nutshell.